Our level 1 class is our agriculture biology class. That's for freshmen or first year members that are interested in agriculture and want to get their life science credits out of the way for graduation, as well as for the UC CSU system. It gives them college credit for that. The second level class is animal science. That's geared to our sophomores. And that class is a life science elective and gets them elective credit for graduation as well as for UC and CSU. And our third class is, it flip-flops between veterinary science, and just new this year we are starting ag and soil chemistry.
We learned ecology at the beginning of the year, so that's everything from the beginning of ecosystems to, like, you know, the food chain and how that works. And recently did cell organelles, which are like the smaller parts of cells, you know, like the nucleus, and you know how the cell functions, you know, how the cell works and how it makes its energy.
Currently we're learning about rations for feed and what animals and kind of proteins you need to put into feed.
I learned how to raise and show sheep, as well as raise and show rabbits, and to an extent cattle and pigs as well.
In agriculture education, we actually practice a 3-circle model. We have the classroom instruction, learning in the classroom and labs and papers, those kind of things. Then we have our FFA, our leadership aspect. And the third circle would be SAE, or supervised agricultural education, and that's their projects. We call it the project.
Well, the greenhouse is mostly run by our garden enterprise, which is a group of 4, I think, freshmen, maybe a few sophomores around there. And they have their garden over there, as well as the greenhouse. With the greenhouse, they raise all sorts of things.
Sheep Enterprise is composed of 4 students, and we basically run the flock here, and we're in charge of feeding, giving shots, cleaning, in charge of lambing, so all the births and keeping track of all that.
Actually, we are pretty well known for our sheep enterprise throughout the state as well. So that's a pretty big deal, because it's not very common in the state of California for a FFA chapter to be as successful as we are, especially in the show ring with our sheep.
Well, I like that the class lets us be part of FFA. You know, once you sign up for an ag class, you're part of FFA.
FFA is a intracurricular organization. What we do is we offer students an organization where they can come together, they can meet with like-minded individuals, not just within our school, but across the state and across the nation. They take what they've learned in the classroom and they apply it to a leadership setting. And a lot of that has to do with public speaking and being able to speak in front of a crowd.
Currently I'm working on practicing for a speaking competition. It's an impromptu speaking competition. So essentially they give you a topic and you have 30 seconds to think about it, and then you speak about it for 2.5 minutes.
First and foremost, I've learned public speaking. I went to state finals in Creed, and it gave me an opportunity to really branch out, because when I first came here in 9th grade, I was kind of the quiet kid. This really forced me to branch out and forced me to really see the world in a different light.
I would recommend this class to someone signing up next year, because there's so many opportunities. You get to do so many new things that you've never thought of.
This class pushes you to learn about your environment, learn about where your food comes from, and like those foundations of America that are kind of wiped away in this industrial world. And it brings you back to really what's important.